Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my first daily vlog. Although it won't be daily, it'll probably be a weekly vlog, but I've never seen weekly vlogs. So, here we go. All right, so I've already posted two videos called 5 Reasons for Living and Top 5 Things to Do When Struggling with Mental Health. I got some positive feedback on them, not in the comments, but from people personally contacting me and asking for help, and I helped them. And so I'm trying to figure out the direction I want to go. I can keep posting the videos like I did, and keep using the Instagram and Facebook and continue on the path that I'm going if it's going to work, which I won't know that until later on down the road. But I want to stress that just because something's not working doesn't mean give up. It just means find something new. Um, Now, today is Monday. I'm actually going to work from home today, so I'm doing this before my job officially starts. Um, you have to find time to get what you want. So if you want to change your life, but you're like, oh man, I'm working all day, then I come home and I have to watch my Netflix and go to bed, then you're not gonna change anything, right? You're going to, everything will stay the same because you're not trying to change anything. Um, and the people who like live for, the weekend, they're not gonna change anything. They're gonna keep working their job that they hate, and they're gonna party on the weekends and everything else. The weekends, I mean, that's like 48 hours of work that could be done. I mean, like self-improvement, right? So I just want to say you need to really take a look at yourself and your priorities if you want to change. So that's more on the business side of things, and making your life better. If you want to change things in your life to have a better life, to have more freedom in your life, then you have to sacrifice time. You can't watch video games, movies, all that stuff. When you have free time, use it to improve yourself. So whether you're doing an online business on the side, whether you're selling on Amazon, whether you're making a YouTube channel, whatever you're doing, you have to make time for it. If you don't, you're never going to succeed. And if you're doing something that's not working, then change what you're doing until it works. But the biggest thing is not to give up. So, on the other side of things, the mental health stuff, I just want to put out there to keep trying. Um, I had an interesting discussion Friday and Saturday, um, about, well, just because I'm doing good, what happens when I go back down the hill? And I wanted to say, well, that's not going to happen, but um, you never know. So, like, for me personally, right now, I would consider myself in a very good place. I still have my problems, but I'm in a very productive place. Um, I'm enjoying life right now. I'm happy. So I would say I'm in a very productive place. But that could all change tomorrow. something could set me off and send me tumbling back down the hill of depression. My schizophrenia could get a lot worse. My PTSD could stop me from sleeping. I could go downhill very quickly. Um, but the key to not letting that bother you is be aware of it, but don't dwell on it. So I'm doing good, I'm happy. I'm going to take that at face value and move on and keep trying to improve my life. I'm not going to sit there all day and think and worry about, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? I can't do that. You cannot live your life thinking, well, what if this happens? Because you're going to go crazy. Like one of the people I talked to this week trying to help, um, they they have a lot more issues than me, to include freaking out, panicking, fear of different situations. And what I tried to point out is that every time they've tried to change, they were basically took off running to the change. And they're like, and I fell every time. And I was like, well, you need to take baby steps. So you write out your short-term and your long-term goals, and every day you take baby steps to reach those goals. And they're like, well, when should I, take bigger steps? And I said, never. In their situation, they should just keep taking baby steps, and eventually, whether it takes 6 months, whether it takes 2 years, they will get to where they want to be, taking those little steps every day, accomplishing something that leads them to their main goal of getting better, or whatever your goal is. And it's all based off the situation. I can't say this will work for everyone, but for their situation, it was the best course. So I want to put out there that you can contact me via Instagram or Facebook, and ask for help, and I'll link up with you via messaging, or we'll work out something else if you want to use voice. Um, and I can give you a different plan for your situation, because everyone's situation is different, so everyone's plan is different. Um, Generic wise, like I said in the top 5 things to do when struggling, exercise. Um, every morning, whether it's just walking your dog or whatever it is, you need to be active. If you just sit there all depressed, then you're not going to change. Um, Support, you need support, whether it be family, friends. You need to communicate with people, talk to people. Don't be alone. Being alone is very bad. Um, Getting out of the house, doing something, not spending all day in World of Warcraft. Uh, there's so many things little things that you can do that will benefit you in the long run. Um, and I just feel like people are waiting for change instead of changing. So I spent 3 years waiting for things to get better, and they never did. 3 years. It was the worst 3 years of my life. The last 3 years were the worst 3 years of my life. In January, I decided I'm done waiting, and I made a commitment to change. I made a list of what I want to do this year, and I already failed at some of them, but I still have the rest of the year to finish them. Um, some of them I just completely failed at, but overall, I did the little things. I succeeded. Maybe one or two of the big things I succeeded, and my life improved, and I'm happier for it. And it's not just me thinking it's better. My wife says it's better. My kids, like everyone sees the changes that happened in my life to such a degree that they're like, "Wow, what did you do?" And I was like, I was just tired of living the way I was. I mean, I was spending 16 hours a day playing video games. And yeah, video games are fun, but when you're sitting in your basement for 16 hours a day, not talking to anyone, just zoning out, it's very depressing. You got to get out of the house. And now I'm moving towards doing even more. I got so much on my plate right now, it's hard to even find time to do this, right? But I make time. I have plenty more time than I used to because I've cut out the video games, I've cut out the Netflix, you know, on special situations I may watch one or two episodes, and sometimes I stumble. Maybe once a month I'll go on a Netflix binge, but overall, it's my life's improved using those steps that I told you. And the reason I'm not a doctor, so what I say is not medically relevant to you. Like, it may not work, but what I say in the video, I know works because it worked for me. And I do read books on it. Everything that I talk about, I read about so that I'm not just throwing out information that I think, oh, that sounds good. No, I'm throwing out information that I read, I confirmed, I checked the sources, and I tried and it worked. If I tried it and it didn't work, then I won't tell you about it because I know it don't work. We're at 12 minutes. All right, well, I don't want to keep you guys all day, and if you actually watched this far, woo, we're doing good. All right, so Um, what else? It's Monday. Be fucking happy it's Monday. I get excited when it's Monday. You know why? Because Saturday, Sunday, I'm like, man, I just want to go to work. And boom, Monday comes, you get to go to work. If you don't feel that way, then you need to find a new job. You need to find something that you don't hate. Because you should not stay at a bad job that you hate, regardless of the money, when you can find a job that you love, may pay less, may pay more. You don't know until you do it. Um, for me, I'm making, I took a job that makes little to no money because it was my dream job. And because it was my dream job, I excelled so fast that the bosses were like, wow, this guy is insane. Like, he's so good. And it was because I enjoyed it. I was working, I would get off work, come home, and do more work because I'm so, it was my dream job. And because I showed that, with in a quarter of the time that they said, I got a promotion because I was already better than the people above me. And it's going to happen again. And so then I took that not good paying job, but I was happy. And then now it's a good paying job and I'm happy. So that's what you need to look at. If you need to go work for someone for free, but it's your dream job, then do it. And just do it so good that that they see it and they want to reward you for being good, being that good at your job. So I'm getting off topic of mental health, but I'm being happy in your work will, if you're depressed, will, man, it will take that depression right out the window. You have to do more things, that I already went over, but just keep trying. That's all I can tell you. It took me 3 years to get off my ass and do something, so uh, it's not gonna be easy, and I pray that you guys make it, and I will help in any way I can. Um, I don't have a lot of time, but I will make time for anyone who asks me for help. So, um, love you guys, and this is just my weekly quasi blog. I'll try to make an actual video. I was just trying to come up with I was trying to come up with ideas and a new way of making videos, and but they cost a lot of money. I wanted to do the animation things, but I'm trying to find a cheaper way to go for now. But I'll figure it out definitely by tomorrow. So uh, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and comment if you want a video on a specific situation or a specific illness